Greetings everyone, and welcome to another Halloween horror DVD and Blu-ray update. Well, today got quite a stack of stuff here. Now, as you know, I've been diving pretty hardcore into the classic monsters as of late. Last year, I read for the first time the original 1818 unaltered novel of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And ever since then, I've been really curious about jumping into all the different movie versions that there have been over the years. Now, of course, being such an old book, it's in the public domain, which basically means anybody and their dog can do an adaptation of Frankenstein if they want to. The only catch is you can't have your monster or anything bear any resemblance to the ones that have gone before. Like, in particular, Universal is very protective of the Jack Pierce design for the Frankenstein monster. So anyway, I picked up a bunch last year, and poring over the selections on Amazon, I saw that there was even more that I have not seen and I wanted to check out. So, let's see what I got. Frankenstein. Many Frankensteins. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Alrighty, well, let's start. And this isn't even all of them. I've actually got more on the way, but I figure let's just make a dent in them for now, and then when the rest of them arrive, I'll do a second part to this. So first up, we have Frankenstein. Now, this is a modern-day adaptation from 2007. Is it produced by the BBC? So it's a BBC adaptation. Starring, let's see, Helen McCrory, James Purify, and Neil Pearson. So yeah, haven't watched it yet, don't know anything about it, but looking forward to checking it out. If we take a look inside here, yeah, pretty cool. Very nice. Very good. Alright. This is going to be a really quick update. I'm just going to quickly blow through them and see what I got, and then you can look forward to my doing in-depth reviews once I get around to watching them. And then here we have Frankenstein. Do you sense a trend here? This one's from 2004, and it's actually set about 200 years in the future. So, is it 200 years in the future? It managed to exist nearly 200 years. Or is this modern day? No, I think this is modern day, but something about they've discovered immortality. But anyway, yeah, as I say, I haven't watched it yet. But this one has Parker Posey, Vincent Perez, and Michael Madsen. So quite a nice cast there. Definitely gonna enjoy checking these out. And there we go. And there's the disc art. No inserts. All right. And not an eco case either. Nice sturdy case here. These ones sadly are not available on Blu-ray, so I don't know what to tell you. And this is one I've actually been wanting to check out for a long time. This was kind of a big deal when it came out because it was Roger Corman's first, like the first film that Roger Corman had directed in about 30 years, and stars John Hurt and Raul Julia. We have Frankenstein Unbound. Yeah. So this one actually does kind of take place partly in the future, partly in the past. And, yeah, I've been wanting to check this one out for ages. Really, you know, nice DVD edition. It's actually got a little booklet with it, with some behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know whether you can see a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff. So, yeah, very cool. So, definitely look forward to a review of that one at some point. Possibly this month. I don't know. We'll see how things go. And then next up, sadly, this one is available on Blu-ray overseas, but not here. It's only available on DVD here. We have the Frankenstein Theory. So this apparently is kind of a found footage Frankenstein movie. So yeah, I do love me some found footage stuff. So looking forward to checking that out. I actually got it with a slipcover, which is quite nice. And the disc art is nothing to write home about because basically there is none. Alright, and what was I just saying? I was all happy about no eco case, and we got an eco case. Anyway, what can you do? Alrighty, so slide that down. Are we able to see everything there? Just move it over a bit. Okay, good. Okie dokie. So that is it for the DVDs. So now let's get into the Blu-rays. Yeah, Yeah, there's been a lot of strange takes on Frankenstein over the years. These three, I think, are fairly straightforward adaptations, just kind of modernized with a few twists. This one is, you know, found footage. But now we get into some weird stuff. We got Frankenstein's Army. Yeah, remember when the Nazis made an army of undead soldiers based on the works of Victor Frankenstein? Yeah, well, this movie dramatizes that actual real historical event. Yeah, apparently every bit as cheesy as you expect it to be, but also a lot of fun. So I thought, yeah, why not? That sounds like fun. Let's check that out. And if we take a look in here, this is a DVD Blu-ray combo pack, and yeah, here you go. See, different disc art, one for the DVD, one for the Blu-ray. So there you go. Cool stuff. So both Stowban and Skinslip said I'll probably really enjoy that. They've both seen it. And then next up, this is a cult favorite that, again, I'd heard about, never saw. There's a couple different editions, one from Arrow Films, one from Synapse Films. I took a look at some reviews and just the contents and the extras and some pictures of the transfers. And to me, this edition had a bit of an edge. So I went with the Arrow Video edition of Frankenhooker. Yeah, there you go. So this is a sort of very, very tongue-in-cheek take on the Frankenstein story from 1990. Very nice disc art there, and if we actually pop this out, most Arrow Video releases do have reversible covers. So we got the original poster art there. I remember seeing this this poster art before, and I just, you know, it was before I sort of fell in love with cult films like this, so I didn't really pay it much mind. But yeah, looking forward to that one. And then next up, I picked this up a while ago. I think I already showed it in an update, but I got the sequels. So just to refresh your memory, I got ReAnimator, which is the Arrow. This is the Arrow edition, just in a steelbook, limited edition steelbook packaging. It's quite a nice edition. But recently I picked up Bride of ReAnimator. Now, while I know this isn't strictly Frankenstein based, it's more H.P. Lovecraft based, I always kind of lump it in with the Frankenstein stuff because it's still about bringing dead tissue to life and stuff. Like, it's still very Frankenstein-y. So, yeah. So anyway, Bride of ReAnimator, so also an Arrow edition. So some nice consistency there in that they're both Arrow editions. So we have a nice booklet with it there. The tray got a little bit damaged in transit, unfortunately. And then we got two discs there. But we just take that out and I'll show you underneath. We have, yeah, we have the original poster art there again. Quite nice. I gotta say the new art that they did though is pretty rad. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. So, and this is of course the unrated edition as well. Arrow is very good about that sort of thing, always making sure we get to see all the blood and guts and boobs intact. And then next up, for whatever reason, Arrow didn't do it. Maybe they will at some point, but this came out from part of the Vestron Video Collectors series. We have Beyond ReAnimator, so basically the final chapter in the trilogy. I've never actually seen the sequels. I've only ever seen the first one, so I'm really looking forward to checking out all three of them, basically just do a triple bill. Yeah, no real inserts there. It's just an eco case and then some nice disc art. But I'm liking all of these sort of collector's series that are coming out. Like the Vestron Video one is quite a treat. There's quite a lot of titles in this collection that I'd like to get. The only problem is they're a little bit on the pricey side here in Canada. This one was fairly reasonable, but they tend to be a little bit pricier than I want to spend. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye out for some sales, I guess. All right, and last but not least, this is stretching it a bit, throwing it into the Frankenstein movies here, but honestly, I didn't have enough sci-fi movies to kind of do a sci-fi update, so I thought, you know what, this is kind of Frankenstein-y if you stretch it a little bit. We have Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe in Virtuosity. Yeah. Well, okay, so he's not being reanimated from dead tissue. He's being amalgamated from the minds of several serial killers and then brought to life through nanotechnology. Just like Frankenstein. All right, it's a bit of a stretch. But anyway, Love this movie. I actually don't think I've seen it since it was in theaters, but I remember really enjoying it, and it really stuck with me a lot. It was, I believe it was the movie that introduced me to Russell Crowe, actually, and since then I've been a huge fan of his. Yeah, so great stuff. And I also remember this movie having a ripping techno soundtrack, so looking forward to seeing that again. Alrighty, there you go. That is a lot of Frankensteins, and there's even more on the way, so yeah. Gotta love some Frankie. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now, folks. So until next time, thanks for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, and sayonara.